Yeah.
That's so dope.
Guys are so psyched up in New York. They can't believe it. The Method Man is loved.
Method Man will always be loved. Redman will always be loved. As in, like, and Havoc. That's
Yeah, I was watching this
amazing.
documentary. It's called Ladies First. Have you
Mm.
watched it?
No, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I've been saving it for when I have time.
Now I have the whole. There are 4 episodes. I watched the whole.
Yes, I think it's on Netflix,
It's on
right?
Netflix, and then there's another one that Jada Pinkett is producing.
Yeah.
These Queens of Africa.
Oh,
There's one I
nice.
saw for Angola.
Yeah.
For all these Portugal guys.
Oh, nice.
Queen Jinga. Queen Jinga.
All right, yeah, there was a it's yes, it is also on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah,
Yeah, it's really dope. But when you watch it, you start getting angry about all these. Those guys were the Portuguese.
oh yeah.
They believe they're doing God's will
Mm,
because they were the Catholic Church. And
mm,
so they thought by putting people in slavery, to do what they want,
they were saving them. Oh,
And
please.
can really get
You
angry.
do get angry. You do get angry at slavery. You do get angry at a lot of the history that Africans have had to go through. But we rise. We rise. Still we rise. Now, this is The Vault. I'm your girl, Myra Maloba, the Afro-Punk Queen. And...
Yeah, this is Jimmy the beatmaker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 10 fingers in the air. That's how we present today on Thursday. And if you don't know, you better ask your mama.
Ask her.
If you don't have a mama, ask your cousin.
Oi.
Yeah, Mr. Handsome, I said that.
Mr. Handsome. Yes. Bag. I love it. Love the energy. Love, when this, I think past 3 months I've been feeding off other people's energies. Because where the sun has been there, stress has been there, and just everything has just been there. It's just been compounding. So when you come in with that good energy, it's always so dope because I can feed off of that.
Yeah, we need that today, especially in Kenya right now.
Oh man, it's been crazy. We were talking to an amazing artist which I need to introduce you to from Nigeria called Zainab Sule. She was on our show yesterday for the rock show, The Surge.
Yeah.
And she was like, now you guys are like us. Your problems and our problems are the same. So there's no point of me coming down to Kenya and have to face the same problems I'm facing here in Nigeria. Let me wait for you guys to sort out your problems.
And it's worse in South Africa.
Oh my word, I can't believe it. I can't
They've got
believe it.
Blackouts like every day.
Yeah, every day. They're called, I always forget their names. It's almost like watershed, but it's not watershed. But yes, there's a name for the
It
blackout.
reminds me of back in Kenya when it was like, I think it was like in the 90s, when there were like 4 days out of 5, there was blackouts.
Yeah.
Then in Langata, there was no water for years. Like
There was no water, there was no elect.
People used to laugh at us. We're like the Israelites in the desert.
As usually, sisi ni mababi wenye hatuna maji, hatuna security, hatuna stima. Hey, it was shidas.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. And now everything has skyrocketed again. Petrol has gone up.
Oh my God.
And when petrol goes up, everything else goes up.
I can't believe we'll be back to when Wasani used to sing about their shidas. We're going back there.
That's where we're going back. So all these old artists are gonna make a comeback.
Come back. They have material now. They have material. They're like, kungeja mashida, my youth kunyanyaswa. Anyway, we are back there. We are back there.
On the other tip, a lot of artists are still stuck on the hip hop at 50.
They are. We're still gonna do it for the next 5-10 years because it's still again. I think we're gonna do it for a decade now. Just celebrating 50 years of hip hop, which is not a bad thing. I just hope that a lot of material will come out of that celebration because that is what we need. Material.
Yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine who's also a producer, and we were talking about Saudi Soul. There's a story that Saudi Soul they're basically drying out, like as time goes. But then he was giving me this other argument where he was hearing from someone who had he was on this taxi, and the guy had the whole album of Saudi Soul. He was saying the one thing about Saudi Soul that's good is that, and I hadn't thought about it. He said that their music, it doesn't matter what tribe you are.
Yeah.
Everyone's cool.
It's
Every
cool.
tribe is cool with their music.
Yeah. And you can literally listen to their songs back to back. From song 1 to song 10, 12, whatever it is. Like I have kept their albums for the longest time, and I can sing everyone word for word. For real, they've given us a lot of gems.
The only thing I'll say, because we're true here on Icon Radio, is that their format needs to change. They have the same format that goes on, and sometimes they've changed it a couple of times. And sometimes when they change it, I'm like, yeah,
Now we're talking.
Now this sounds good. But
Yeah.
you know, when it's kind of like waking up every day and you know you're just gonna eat kunde. You just know at this time we're gonna eat kunde. Like you just know.
Oh, Lord.
That's how it is sometimes with Saudi. So it's like I feel when they change it, then that's when they excite people.
Right.
You know, and we need to be excited.
Well, you know, they're doing their last dance. Their concert called The Last Dance. That's going to be happening in November. I think, yeah, it should be. Should be in November. It's going to be happening in November. So they're like, yeah, this is our last ode to our fans.
I hope it's not gonna be like the last dance like Michael Jordan's.
No,
How he brought the last dance.
this is their last dance. This is their last
The
dance.
thing about the last dance, it's never ever last. That's
No.
what you see about artists.
That's what we hope for, though.
It's never ever last because something comes up and people are like, yo, let's bring these people. Like now, for example, a good example is New Edition,
Right.
right? New Edition is like it's over. You know, Belle Biv DeVoe went their way, Johnny
Right.
Gill went his way. You know, like Ralph Tresvant. All these guys went in different ways. But then now,
They still keep coming back for those
now
reunions.
they've been on tour like I don't know for how long, and they're like matching jackets.
Everything.
And the shows are packed. Packed. When I say packed out, they're packed out.
And they still have that energy for the 90s. They still pack that energy, and it's still amazing to see.
And the big question was, will Bobby Brown come back? And Bobby Brown was there representing.
With his moves. There was a time, oh my God, there's a video, I died. There's a video of Bobby Brown and Mary J. Blige dancing, and it was hilarious. Old school moves, just like we like them. But listen, these bones ain't made for moving as they used to be. Where the moves were, yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of his what was that song? Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah, don't be cool. It's just like that. It's
Yeah.
actually that.
Yeah.
I will never be that cool to you.
That was but when I looked at the video, it looked like that video of Michael Jackson.
Which one?
Remember?
Which one?
When he's walking with this girl and he's trying to sing to her and she's trying to move away from him.
All right.
Yeah.
The way you make me feel.
Yeah, exactly. It looks
Okay.
exactly like that.
All right. So yeah, a lot of these guys are trying to make a comeback, and at least just go out strong. Going out strong. You guys are touring.
Local, we have our own artists. We're also trying to make comebacks,
Yeah.
but life hasn't been so pretty to them. You know, people are like, no, should have remained sleeping.
Who's that?
Yeah, they're like, there's a lot of artists that are trying to make comebacks
Oh,
right
okay.
now. But the thing is, I will tell these artists who are trying to make comebacks, if you're trying to make a comeback right now, come with something new. Don't try to be singing or rapping or doing or dance the way you used to, and think that in 2023 people are gonna be cool.
Right.
You know, even if you look at someone like, and this debate has come up a lot about Nyash from those days with Kleptomaniacs. Yeah, he changed his whole direction. He didn't come back trying to do like how he was doing, you know, and it's kind of set a precedent for how artists need to think now
Right.
if they're gonna release their music.
Right. Now, another person who's been making waves, and he's doing things pretty old school that people don't understand, is Nameless. And Nameless is going out there and doing some of his greatest hits. And, he goes into the crowd, gets down with the ladies. He's brought that lover boy back. And I'm sure he's an agreement with his wife, but people are like, where? Does his wife know? I remember guys used to do this back in the day.
Yeah, it was a known thing.
It was another thing. Guys would, go out into the crowd or pick somebody out of the crowd, seduce them kidogo, make them feel good about themselves, get the crowd worked up. It's a style of performance.
Of course, his wife knows.
Yes, she does, of course.
It's not like she does. She's on social media.
It's
Of course she
been done in
knows.
public.
But Nameless, because I know him from back in the days when he was Monsky. When he was a rapper. People forget he was a rapper first.
Right,
And he was always a stage performer.
right.
That one I can vouch and say.
He's always been.
He's always a guy to capture the stage. Always someone that who went out there and people would identify with. And so that's good. On the other side, people are saying he needs to come up with new music.
Right.
Yeah, because now it's like they did that reality show of theirs,
Mm.
and people are like, we like the show, we just don't like the music.
Oh wow.
You know,
Well,
Kenyans are harsh. You know, Kenyans at the end of the day, any Kenyan, it doesn't matter where you go. Right now, if you even if you go to the guy who sells kitungu and nyanya, you ask him, he has an opinion.
right.
There's no way they're gonna be like, yeah, you know, there's other countries they'll just be like, yeah, it's cool.
Mm.
You know, like I was seeing like in China, in China, this artist who was there was saying, China is very different from other markets.
Mm.
Whether you perform bad or you perform good, they always be like,
Right.
just clap like that. So
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
They're
But
very
someone,
courteous.
someone said that's called showing shade.
Oh Lord. But it is. So you
Yeah,
don't know whether you're doing well or
so
not.
in Kenya, it's like Kenyans are very opinionated
Mm.
on what they like. It doesn't matter where you go.
Right.
They're very opinionated. Even you can perform well, and they still have an opinion. They're like,
Mm.
yeah, you could have performed better.
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
So I think what I feel about artists, I just feel like they just got to challenge themselves a bit.
A little
You
bit
know, because the market's gonna keep on
evolving.
moving.
Mm.
Everyone's on TikTok. TikTok's gonna keep on evolving and
Right.
other platforms.
Right.
And so we gotta keep moving forward as the market of Kenya.
Exactly. Now, there has been this trending story in Nigeria of an artist who passed away, Mobad. I don't know if you've
I've
heard
not
about
been
it.
following that much.
So, famous musician got into a deal with a certain, I don't know what it was, business deal or it was a producer or whatever. But it kind of like keeps on coming out like it's like he kind of like sold his soul to the devil.
Mm.
So I want us to capture that story in just a little bit.
Mm.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll be getting into signed deals. Are you selling your soul to the devil?
That's why we need to play Bobby Brown. Don't be cruel.
Don't be cruel, okay? We got you covered. All right, keep it right here. And of course, we'd love to hear your comments on +254 788 380030. We are back and live on YouTube. That's youtube.com/@Icon Radio K. And let's chop it up. Yes, we are all about that hip hop music from 254 to the world, right here on the vault with your girl Myra Maloba, the Afro-Punk Queen.
Yes, the beat maker, not the beat taker. 10 fingers in the air. That's how we represent today on Thursday on the vault.
We are hey, Jirongi. Oh Lord, somebody pray for him.
I told him he has a gift of the lateness.
Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway, so there's one particular story that's been trending about an artist in Nigeria called Mohbad, right? I'm trying to get his name vizuri. Ile Riolua Oladimeji Aloba.
It's like a mouthful. Those guys have long names.
Hey, yes, aka Mohbad. Now this is a guy who was born just Juicy in '96.
It's a young boy.
Yeah, and he passed away unfortunately on the 12th of September 2023, and was a Nigerian rapper, singer, and songwriter from Lagos. He was formerly signed to Naira Mali. The label was called Malian Records, and he left the label in 2022. So he was best known for his hit singles Ponmo, Feel Good, and KPK. And he was nominated 3 times for the Headies Awards. The Headies Awards, I think this year happened in Atlanta. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of just conversation as to a bad deal with this particular guy called Naira Mali. Now, there's been stories of him being tied to drugs, that Mohbad was trying to be forced into something that he did not want to do. And people are demanding justice, saying that there could be the occult tied to this. Of course, the stories of drugs, and that he got into a deal that he tried to get out of, and the only way he could get out of it was through death. Now, these are stories that have not been new to anyone in any scene. It has been said forever in the States about people who get into bad deals, people who get into cults, so as to remain in these deals. It's been said of Jay-Z, Beyonce. It's been said of P. Diddy. In fact, P. Diddy he's been claimed of having a gay cult, in fact.
And now they're saying that Diamond Platinums.
Also, because he came out in a coffin.
Yeah, that's what they're saying now.
But that coffin thing has been done for years. I was talking about it last week with Alexa the DJ. That thing has been done, as in, like, it's been done by Death Row, it's been done by Park, it's been done by Eminem, it's been done by so many people, you know. It's been replicated so many times throughout the years. It's nothing new. Of course, it's just new to Africans. And of course, you know, Calligraph was claiming, oh yeah, I did it 6 years ago. Okay, Calligraph, thank you. But people did it way more many years, decades before you.
Yeah, a lot of people have done it way before.
Way before. But there's been a lot of talk of the industry and cults. Bamboo speaks very openly about it. He's been ridiculed, he's been laughed at, he's been put down, but that's his story and he's sticking to it. Cannibal was here last year, same thing. Cult stories,
Cult is very real. It's very real.
The cult is there.
You know, there's a lady who brought out a book when I was in high school, like many years ago. Rebecca Brown. It was all about the occult,
right?
Spirits and all that thing.
Right.
Some people are like, oh man, this doesn't sound real.
Right.
Everything, but that stuff is very much real. You know, the people don't want to believe in it, but it is there. Artists have been forced into things like that for years.
Yeah.
You know, and so
to discount it.
There's artists that made money, and people like DMX, and they were linked to that. And then they said when they got out, when they chose to get out of it, that's when he died. That's when his career ended. That's when things went bad.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a time even people linked to Michael Jackson.
Yes, they linked to Michael Jackson. As in, even Magic's Enga, the producer, for the longest he's been talking about how he's been inducted into the cult and how he escaped with his life or whatever. And it could be happening. Anybody can form a cult. I mean, if you go, I watched this hilarious but unfortunately very true series on Netflix, How to Be a Cult Leader. I just finished watching it, I think the day before yesterday. It's hilarious. But at the same time, it just shows how easy it is to get people to follow you based on this, that, and the other, on the promise of utopia, heaven, riches, a better life, a happier life. And you people underestimate how much people yearn for those things.
And there's that series of Tyler Perry, Ruthless.
Oh, I never watched that.
He's based around that also.
Okay.
That one is a bit strange. You know, Tyler Perry's movies, how they go, like.
Right.
Yeah, but that thing is real.
You can't discount it. You can't discount it. So, for Mobad, it seems like, again, he was, because it seems like this guy, Naira Marley, is based in the UK. And he's known to just be not the best guy. Kind of like a Suge Knight. Kind of. But now...
A bit of a gangster.
Yeah, a bit of a gangster. But now, it's now embroiled into now the occult. And you know, in Nigeria, witchcraft is attributed to a lot of people's successes. Yeah, people don't believe that people just get successful just like that. There has to be witchcrafts.
Yeah.
There has to be a spirit, a god that they prayed to for it to have been like that. Now, what's your view of that in terms of just the African construct and the contracts that people sign? Because some of them are apparently signed in blood.
A lot of them know what they're signing sometimes, but people are so hungry for success that they sell away their souls. You know, it does happen where you feel like, hey man, I'm really suffering right now in life, and they make it look like if you just do this one small thing, then you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I believe those things are real. I believe that spiritually, like, a lot of stuff that people do sign away is real.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times people don't want to talk about it, but it does happen.
Right.
You know, and the thing is, like, okay, I can't say that every single person who becomes rich, that they were in some occult or something like that.
Right.
You know, you can't say every single person. But there are people that are involved in that. Who
Right.
have put their lives up for riches. And then they realize at some point, they realize at some point, I don't want to be part of this.
Right.
I want to get out. And then they can't get out. So they say, if you give up your life, the way you have to leave is with your life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so if you have to get out, they're like, yeah, you can get out, but just know you're getting out with your life.
With your life.
You're not getting out with the money or all that other stuff.
Right.
It's kind of like...
You signed your soul to me.
It's kind of like how when you live abroad and you've lived illegally in the country for years.
Right.
And then there's a deportation team that catches up with you.
Right.
Now, they don't allow you to go back to your country with what you've occupied in that country.
They seize.
Yeah, they seize.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of guys who just, with the clothes they're wearing, that's how they end up back.
Oh, no.
And they have lived there like 10, 15, 20 years.
Right.
You know? And so, when you sign yourself and your soul to something, they're not going to just allow you to leave. You know? They're going to be like, hey, for you to get out, this is the get out clause.
Right.
And a lot of times there is no get out clause. You know, a lot of the stories you hear, and even the few people who have gotten out, you realize they're not normal again.
Right.
You know?
There's something wrong.
Yeah, and so the thing is, I would tell artists to be very careful, because for years the music industry has been used by the occult,
right,
in a way to get artists, because the creative industry, you know,
right,
they've been used for years. They use artists for years in that way. Now this guy was caught up, and he realized, I don't want to do this.
Right.
And this guy was like, no, you have to do it. So you don't do what ends up, you end up not being alive.
Right. It's a crazy way. You're trying to do what you feel is best for yourself, for your family. Yeah, and most often than not, people are willing to sell their souls.
They are.
Yeah, either through signing away their life, their image, who they are, or through sexual favors. It just goes a long way to showing. how far people will want to get for what could be temporary success. Because look at how young this guy was.
Yeah, and that's how it is. They actually target. They don't target the guys who are older.
Mm.
They always target guys who are younger.
Yeah.
The younger guys.
Mm.
You know, so they'll assure you, they'll give you the fame, they give you everything that you're looking for.
Yeah.
But you just take it like that. You know,
Right.
they give you the marketing pitch.
Yeah.
They call it.
Yeah.
They tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like you're seeing things. But then one time in your life, like, you come to normality and you'll be like, what the heck am I doing?
Mm.
I want to get out.
Mm.
And they're like, no, you can't get out.
Yeah, like for him, for Mobad, he walked into to a hospital to get treated for an injury and just didn't walk out. Just didn't work out.
And that's how it is a lot of times. You know, when people hear about this thing, they say, no, it must have been something else.
Mm.
You know, but a lot of this stuff, especially that thing, has crept into Africa.
Right.
You know, big time. Even if you look at the old tradition in Africa, there was a lot of witchcraft.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there was a lot of people going to seek them, as they call, going to seek the ancestors.
Mm.
You know, to get answers.
Mm.
You know, and so you hear the cutting of the arm, of blood being, and blood is always a sign of,
Right.
of release. And you think at the end of the day, okay, what is this? What is this really about? No. Now the other person outside would be like, why couldn't this person just go through life and work hard and go through the normal system of doing things?
Now, like, this has really affected people of Nigeria, especially in most of the southern towns like Lagos. And they have, I think they've got to a point they're tired. I think they feel like this is happening. It's been happening a lot to their young people. It's been happening a lot to their creatives, and they're done. They need something to be done, and now a strong probe and an investigative team has actually been put to task. They've even tasked with exhuming his body, just do a thorough autopsy and find out what exactly has happened. Now for his
the late karma. The late. Have you ever seen those guys who went to class after the bell has rung? Tunafaa kuweka pano ya jirongi.
Ya jirongi.
Eh?
Anafaa kutunulia madondo.
Ati the?
The late karma.
Unadai nini?
Tunadai madondo sasa tukitoka huko. Sijai kula. This time nataka sasa.
Sitaki what is food company but ningeziuliza mungetaka hizo
madondo na avocado. Eh?
I'm trying to go healthy.
So
like that is a problem. That is a big afternoon of flatulence, my friend.
You want to go healthy?
Yes, I want to go healthy.
Can I give you an idea?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I only eat supper.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the day I just bite.
Now that's where I've gone to now. This week I have tried.
Because when you eat supper, when you eat and you sleep, food
in absorb.
Poa. But hiyo mchana umezunguka na juu alafu tena kukumbuka Ruto unaanza kukosa. So it's not a good situation. So it's good to maintain.
Some people are calling him Luto.
Oh Lord. Ooh.
Ruto ameluto.
Ooh. You know, it's so interesting you come in because now
yes,
the Benihin ameannounce ati anakuja kufanya a state sponsored crusade.
Now Benin is the
that
other
has
one.
Been invited by the first lady.
Benin is the other one who's been known to be around the occult.
Is he really?
So the swali tunafaa kuuliza ni how much Benin analipwa.
So, because it's a state-sponsored crusade,
there
okay?
There is no pastor who comes in Kenya internationally. They come for them. Anakuja ku preach, but ni concert kwake analipwa.
Don't you realize the last time Benny Hinn, I think, was in Kenya was 2000 and something, early 2000.
Uhuru Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was in Uhuru Park. Na Bonke. You remember Bonke? Renard Bonke?
And then
Even I think it was in the 90s.
Bonke died.
Yeah.
That was my G, bro.
Christ for all nations from Germany.
Yes, but he was healing people. He was healing.
No, he was the one who started. Unapuliza unaanguka.
And then there was that guy who speak with him. What was that guy in Swahili? Masinde or something, huh? He used to translate when he ongea. He's go, hey. The guys go, hey also.
Oh Lord, I don't even know what that is.
Remember that pastor?
I think we need to go back to them footages.
But Benny Hinn, there was a scandal. If you really notice, even in America,
he's what's really traveling
no one
around.
talks about Benny Hinn.
Yes.
You know, so there's a story, and people, and when things started going down for him, even people started accusing him now. Yeah, no wonder he's always wearing those white suits. Kuna kitu. Haiko right, no say.
But if there's something wrong, you wouldn't be wearing white.
But me have no beef with Benny Hinn. He was very creative, you know.
My thing is,
I love creativity, especially if you're a pastor. If you're creative, namafala, if the ships are taking it, well and good.
Let me ask you about pastors. One thing I don't understand about pastors is this. Growing up in a family of pastors, but this is this. Pastors always have this thing of when they talk. Let's say I talk to Jirongi, I'm like, hey Jirongi, how are you doing today? But then when they get out there, yeah, Jirongi, how are you? Praise the Lord.
Who started in Kenya? Who started that? Pastor Munyiri.
The voice just changes.
Pastor Munyiri is the one who had Bujubanton voice.
Bujubanton voice.
Walk like a champion. There's no difference.
Even you get afraid.
That's the idea. That's the idea. They have to threaten you.
But me, I always wonder, these guys, like these pastors, but like I just ask if they're romantic at home. Can you imagine him on Friday date night telling his wife, "Come, woman of God.
Oh Lord.
Come, let us have date night." Can you imagine how scary that is?
I think we need to reform churches. For real, we need to reform churches kwa sababu teachings already zimego haywire. Everything is haywire, as in, and actually right now people don't know what they're believing. Uliona juzi ule pastor alipanda mti ati ana accent heaven. Alafu wa mama wako hapo wanaimba. You have not seen
that? I've not seen that. No, I read about some kids who died unfortunately because their parents refused to take them to hospital, to kids in Kilifi, because walikuwa naombewa the entire time.
And what is it?
That's normal. It's the same kama wale wanawake wetu, wale mama wetu, wale tunaitanga chachi yangu refu.
And what is it?
Well, they don't believe in hospitals.
It's ridiculous. So you let your kids die. It's bad. It's bad.
What is it with these pastors? Like the other day I was in town, I can't walk. You see these street pastors. All of them, man. All of them.
I think that's why Sakaja is railing them in. He's charging them.
He's charging them now.
all of them have white shoes. What is it with white shoes, man? Me, I hate white shoes, by the way. I don't like it. If it's sneakers, it's okay. But I'm saying
okay.
White.
We'll go specific.
You understand? White layer, so
they need to visit Njaro, so that they get the Dini.
Sneakers and Nike.
I don't think if in my life I've ever had a white shoe.
Have you ever worn a white shoe?
Like completely white.
Completely white. No. Like pale white.
Okay, I can wear a sports shoe but not a moccasin.
You guys, as we digress, we have digressed.
Okay, Crocs zangu ni za white zile ziko kwa nyumba.
Gee, when you're walking in.
Sasa ndio zikichafuka bibi ajue. Nilikuwa nje.
Can you behave?
Hizo ukitoka nazo nje na uliwa. You are going out with the personal shoes out. Yes.
When you're walking in. When you're walking in, we were talking about Mobad. I don't know if you heard about Mobad, the Nigerian artist.
Mobad huyo alipigwa Kimsumu de.
Ndo nasikia.
But your story iko very, I've been following it, but it's very I won't like to take sides in that story. There's a lot actually unfolding out of that story.
There is.
Because story inaanza kwa mabeste zake, mara inaanza producer, mara ukisikiza mother anapiga story different.
Mother pia.
Mama okay, but sasa alikuwa anaongea kioga, couldn't get exactly what anasema. Alafu pia mpaka budake, alafu ama boys wake. Let's say can I say something? What I felt as much as Nigerians are talking, alipeanwa. He was used for sacrificial love.
That's what we're talking about.
As in very simple. Because
some it sound good at the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, kwani ogopa alipeana watu wangapi?
Adi ogopa gani?
Tusiende too much tutasubiri. Ogopa.
Waliogopa.
So unajua back in the days tulikuwa tunasema ogopa ilikuwa na from that idea ogopa ile come from AIDS,
Yeah.
because advertisement ya kwanza ya Kenya AIDS ilikuwa ogopa ukimwi.
Yeah.
So people walikuwa na hiyo slogan hiyo ogopa,
Yeah.
ogopa, kama say zoza.
Yeah.
So back in the days ogopa ili come from AIDS.
Right.
Unaona? So even right now, so it's very tricky. Yeah. We can't comment on some things, but if you understand, you understand. I'm just saying, you know, people give other
but
people.
You agree though?
Hata mimi mwenyewe nikiwa California.
But you don't let me.
Excuse Jimmy, nikiwa California.
Yeah. California gani?
Calif.
Ya Kenya ama ya?
Yeah, United States of Africa.
Oh.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are given. Like that's isn't an open secret. You know those things people talk, but it's not so out, but people talk about it. Because I remember pakule madam alikuwa na nyahunya alikuwa ntango nani. Who alipeano?
So you believe
Lady
the cult is real?
Oh, wait, no, wait, Jirongi.
Alipeanwa.
You're talking about our Calif?
No, I mean I'm talking about California.
Where? Okay.
Mexico magani.
Yeah, but Lady S, you know, she used to live in Dandora. We used to be together, used to come to our base, we used to chill. And I remember even back akipigwa hiyo deal alikuwa ananiambia, "Hey, napigwa hii deal lakini sasa itabidi niwache kurap nianze kudu hizi vitu." Nikamwambia, "Yo, my sister, get your money, do what you wanna do, make sure uko poa, but don't forget yourself, because at the end of the day you are important. See, it's not the studios. You are the one dream yako."
But then you got to ask yourself, since you're here, you're an artist, been around the game, you got to ask yourself, why do they target artists?
No, it got nothing to do with artists. Got everything to do with hiyo biashara yao watu wanapanga hapo. Wakisema ni Jimmy tunakula, you just utaangukiwa tu.
But you know, artists are the strongest form of communication for anything.
They're the marketers.
They're the ones who wear your brand, the ones who talk about what you're doing.
Can I tell you something? Nikiamini damu yako itanifanya nikuwe mdosi. I don't give up. Yeah. Me, I'm after you, I'm after your blood. I don't care.
What do you mean your blood? As in... Okay, guys, let's take a short break. When we come back...
Because even, did you see her more bad video akiwa hosi? Asking like, I've been real, I've been 100, nimekuwa na watu wangu, as in defend, nimewadedia, but he was asking why.
Let's take a short break. We'll come back with that story.
Lisa.
Wacha tuongee history ya the occult. This is the vault. I'm your girl Myra Maloba, the Afro-punk queen, and the boys are back in the building.
Uza.
Hey, we do have myself and
Ongea kwani?
Yeah. Jiro ngize. Pole kidogo tulikuwa tumejisahau kidogo. Unajua hii biashara ya mabifi inatufanya tusikia kula nyama.
Hiyo ni beef gani? Hiyo ni beef ya kondoo ama?
Sasa unajua TZ wako na Kenya tuko na alafu sasa unajua alafu hizo mix them day.
Ama ni ham?
Sisi tunaleta githeri au tunaleta biriani so.
Si machakura.
Sasa sisi tunakamthuru na mashakura wanaletea uhondo ama Myra do that thing.
We also have
if you don't do it kidem style.
As you know, the loudest voice in the building is the beatmaker, not the beat taker. 10 fingers in the air. As you know, if you don't know, you better ask your mama.
Ask her.
Ni hivyo.
Una threaten squeezy.
Umekuwa nini? Umekuwa vacation sana paka ujui.
Unajua tulikuwa tumeenda Honolulu.
Hiyo ni
Honolulu.
Honolulu hiyo ni gani? Ni Kabete ama ni
Nyahururu.
Nikino hapo.
Hiyo ulikuwa unafaa kuignore hapo. Usiongee kuhusu kino hapo.
Wewe.
No, ignore. Ignore kino.
Okay.
We got the threesome, like in the right way, not in that way. You know what I mean? The three of us. Tuko hapa si njiani.
Naona nilikuwa kino.
Jironge alikuwa jiani, but now he's here.
Nilikuwa nataka kutoa jeshi yako kumani walete kino. Lakini jeshi ya Mboni kaniambia.
You know all the wrong things are being said in this thing. So now let me just ask you guys. History. Yeah. History. So let's conclude on this story for Mobad. You've given us you've come with a bit of insights that I hadn't thought about for the longest time.
Some local insights.
First of all, the local insights. Bamboo came out and declared that he was
gay.
No, he didn't come out gay. He has a wife, but he came out and talked about the fact that he was almost being inducted into the occult when he was in the States. He was approached by someone, blah blah blah, and he almost signed his soul to the devil.
Did you believe him?
A lot of people discount Bamboo.
Even I don't want you to finish that story. I'm like, did you?
No, of course, it's always.
No, so Zini Bamboo is a hype man.
Everybody says that, but we don't know.
That's fake story.
It's a story he stands by.
Maintain church ya baba yake.
True.
So hawezi ona hizo vitu zinago alongside na church ya baba yake kwa sababu yeye ndo anafaa kuinua church ya baba yake. So you have to come with something. You need to keep on cheating Africa till when I was in the United States limit. If you want to go to an official Illuminati, you can go. Ziko labeled. As in you go.
Ziko kwa signpost, by the way.
Yeah, you just go. See ati nilikutu who? How special are you?
They're being advertised nowadays.
Naona kuna uchungu hapo mazee.
No, but a lot of people feel that way though. A lot of people feel that way.
I know a lot of people feel like he talks too much.
Even the boys used to roll with.
Go to procession.
They call him out.
You will go to Freemason. If you are in England, you can join a Freemason. Ni kama tu kwenda tu church. Nobody has a problem with you. Nowadays, your fear tunaambiwa Freemason. I mean, I would like to be actually Illuminati. Why? I get illuminated. I'll be smart. I'll be brighter. That's why people say when you are smart, you are bright. Why you is
Why do you want to be illuminated?
Because I want to shine.
He wants to shine in his head.
He wants to shine like a diamond.
More than.
So. Bamboo came out with his statement.
More than X, because it's not link master.
Cannibal was here the other day.
Yeah.
Making the same statement.
Still eating people.
Eating people.
Even eating people.
That's cannibalism.
Oh.
Yes, not cannibal artist.
Forgive my English.
Magic's Enga pia amesema a lot of times he was inducted into Illuminati, but he got out. He didn't really sign his soul.
One thing people don't know about Magic's Enga, na pali yako sahi, everything was taken away from him. He can't even use the name Magic's Enga.
Oh wow.
We all know why. And they keep saying, we keep hyping people, they keep doing wrong songs, they keep copying people's song, and then when they get sued, we start being like, oh yeah, no. That's how all is we were.
But Magic's Enga is the one who went after what's that guy, the guy with the colored hair for using his music.
You're playing with people with money. And but you're doing that for high prisons.
But my problem,
I'm here slandering you.
Tekashi 69.
And you got money. Now Mimi, I want to use your position to slander you, thinking like ndakuhype alafu I'll make my own money.
But
do you think you will just chill there like
you see the problem is
so you're proving the case of Illuminati basi.
Okay, where is Nani right now? Takashi? Okay, Takashi is snitch, but where is he right now?
He's nowhere to be seen.
But where is he? Like where as in foundation yake pale yako sasa. Hata sasa
kuna
video utamuona kwa mali papo.
With money
and everything. And where is Magic Sianga?
And ako papaya.
Ninja who sued Takashi akatoa mpaka wimbo zake. These people will come after you.
But you see the problem is
the problem that I
have is this, people when they say I was inducted, they make it sound like they were grabbed by the neck and forced into it. You know? I was inducted into this. And the thing is, you had a right to say yes or no.
I know this will lead me in future, but people don't know what a cult is, and the people don't know how to enter to a cult, because a cult is not that. And when you go into a cult, you don't even talk about it because you know repercussions itendaje.
So what is a cult?
That's why I said I know this one day in future will come and eat me, but I'll just say one thing. People don't, they'll talk about a cult, and one thing you're not supposed to do. Even
the devil refused. You remember you? You're good.
Actually, let me surprise you. Got nothing to do with the devil, because it's an occult, because it's a secret thing or it's a secret society, and people don't know, and people fear what they don't understand, you know, or people fear what they don't know because they don't have the insight. The only thing. Because when you're out, the only thing you see is dark because you can't see inside. But people walk on inside, the only thing they see is light. But you will judge them. For example, even people in Shakahola, we judge whatever. But for them, where they are, at our daddy, yeah, I made it in peace more than now. What I did in pain. Unajua, anajua anadedi kitu, ana believe in kitu iko right kwake. Unajua, so we need one thing inaweza sema the same way tunaweza kaa hapa tuanze kuongea kusua senge even if we don't know what made them be like that. But sometimes ni kila mtu position yake, just stay your position.
Abu reverse your statement umesema.
Nimesema wase chinenge.
I'm even shocked umesema your statement.
No.
Because I know your beliefs on that.
Yeah, I don't support them.
No, but it's good you're coming out and saying it's for a reason.
I've never been in a closet. Mimi nakonga tu kwa jua.
Not you coming out. I'm saying.
I'm sunlight.
In the Lena statement.
I don't closet anything.
In the Lena statement, so we can put it on the site.
All I'm saying ni people find themselves in situations. And people drive themselves in situation.
Yeah.
Because life has choices. I remember the last person who left me told me, hey, you made your choice, that's why tuko hii position. Na since that day kitu moja ya kujua ni aliniharibu kichwa. So juu mimi everything na do right now ni choices tu, najuanga okay na calculate future. So even ikuwe ni secret society ni nini, ikuwe ni ule pastor wetu anaitangwa Pastor Onyango ama anaitangwa nani ule ama everybody anaingia mahali na decision yake na kupenda. Na mimi najuanga kila mtu in every occult. Sijasema ati nimeingia occult ama kitu kama, mimi najuanga naulizanga, are you ready for this? If you're not ready, tutakwambia mzee mzima hamna problem, go in peace. Hakutakuwa ati juu umeingia alafu umekataa decision zao atakwambia tutakuwa no wanakupianga na kwambia aje ukikubali poa. If you don't want, please make sure you make choice, unaona. So but for these people, hawa wasanii wa Kenya wame run out of ideas.
Yeah.
The only thing wanasema ni ati I was indoctrinated. No.
So you think it's a publicity stunt?
Babu already babake ni pastor, yeye ni pastor, ndo anafaa kuchukulia chacha baba yake, so he has to come with a true story. Because why? Back in the days hata mimi sasa nikikuja niseme unajua mimi nilikuwa mwizi, unajua mimi nimesurvive hivi, nimesurvive mob justice, people will believe me. Why ilikuwa nitango testimony? It's called simply that.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because I watched a video of one of these comedians and he was like, do people really believe Jay-Z was a drug dealer? Because for everybody who's talking about like Master P, you can hear about how he was stolen from, how he was beaten up, how he was Jay-Z just says I was a drug dealer and then I came out of it. You know, it's understanding on what you're saying. People can come up with stories can be told.
I love Kanye, I don't like Jay-Z. Kanye is a real guy. Kanye will tell you, Mimi, I'm educated.
What don't you like about Jay-Z?
Jay-Z is a fake guy.
What makes him fake?
Everything. Lines zake ni za B.I.G.
That one I know, yes.
Then he had to marry Beyonce, the hottest chick around, ndio at least your configuration come through. He has the best ghostwriters in the world, and if you trespass him, he will get rid of you in a minute. Everybody alikuwa normally associated na Jay-Z, he's not even there.
And Dame Dash?
Demon Dash alitoka kwa sababu hiyo biashara.
But would you feel Dame
so
Dash?
Kuja tukuongea Demon Dash is a real guy, is a businessman. He is real. He tells you realness. Jay-Z is just like, ni kama mimi na wewe sisi mabeste, we start making money, lakini one day mimi ni change ni kwa more devilish, nianze kuserve interests zingine, we don't serve the dream we had, unajua, because sometimes the dream we have ina take time before he manifests.
So you don't believe that Jay-Z alikuwa anafanya hizo, alikuwa anauza
Jay-Z is a bloody nigga. I don't care about him, ni mkali mtaleta whatever kile anafanya. He has money to do that, he has everything to do that and everything, but me one thing I will tell you, I know a lot of body counts Jay-Z amedeal nazo ziko chini ya maji, but a lot of the best people, me Jay-Z pale nilimtoka nipati that day ali by Def Jam. Na ali by Def Jam. Yeah, and why did he buy Def Jam that time? For Def Jam kwa sababu ya nini? Already alikuwa ametoka beef na Nas. Nas alikuwa amesainiwa wapi? Def Jam. So the move Jay-Z was like trying to say, you unaweza ni defeat lakini I'll buy you.
Even DMX alikuwa Def Jam pia.
Yeah. Alafu what will happen ni what will resonate what Jay-Z alikuwa anataka to make boss move. What it did, it killed a lot of dope artists.
He also has control of the master.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Kwanzia kina Redman,
the masters and their publishers.
Yeah.
Right.
So cause Def Jam
and it's easy to let them go.
Yeah, do you know kazi ya Def Jam ilikuwa nini? Def Jam was the only company ilikuwa inakaa inaona huyu rapa ametokea ni mnoma, inamchukua inamsign na uza album ya kwanza alafu anasainiwa. So Def Jam ilikuwa ni signing tu. Au ikikuchukua ikiona uko poa, ina kumarket poa, ina make, alafu so cause walikuwa wanakula pesa ya Sony, wanakula pesa ya nini? So ikikusign wanakusign huko. Unaona? So it used to make a lot of artists become independent somehow or something like that, sindio? So Jay-Z when he went there, when he bought Def Jam, he bought contract ya kila move. Ule unajua ni mnoma. Ushaisikia Mob Deep, ushaisikia Redman was about to release an album. Method Man was about to release as in our all them hapo ndo unasikia
Def Jam.
Na from that moment ndio kina Lil Wayne walianza kutokea, tukaanza kusikia there was a change immediately.
Then the photo too.
That's where it came in. Alafu Nas akakaa so long time, lakini sa Jay-Z felt very bad because actually Jay-Z gave Nas his contract like this, mwambiaje man, you remember after hiyo before alikuwa anafaa kudu album, lakini yeah, but where did Jay-Z go? Where did Nas go? He did an album with who? Damian Marley. Na album yote ilikuwa spiritual.
Your distant relatives.
Yeah, it was spiritual. Why? Joel alikuwa anajua na beef na devil worshipper. Jay-Z.
So interesting, manze.
Very.
So
Jay-Z when did Jay-Z come?
Devil worshipper.
Yeah.
The last time I heard that was in the 90s, but yeah.
But that's why I said repeat it.
Repeat it, any devil. Hey.
No, it's not a lie. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Alikuwa na worship sheto.
Yeah, ni devil worshipper. If you listen to his music, you will get it. You will get it. Kwanza ile pale anaongea ngasi you nini taught me how to move the room full of vultures. What is he talking about?
There's a lot of music. There's Lucifer also. Like there are a lot of things people are talking about that that are just like Jay-Z na Oprah. Let's mix Oprah over there. They're the gatekeepers.
Yeah, there's been a lot of sagas about Oprah.
Oprah, Tyler Perry.
No, wachana kina Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry also, their gatekeeper. Oprah is the worst.
And recently, P. Diddy.
Nyumba ya Oprah, P. Diddy is gay. Everybody knows that. Na Fabulous ndo chali yake.
Okay, wacha ni sheki hicho upande.
No, just Google it. Okay. Google Jimmy. It's not very hard. Ulisikia pia Obama ni msenge. Na Michelle ni trans. I've never supported them people them day. I will never support them.
That's conspiracy now.
It is conspiracy.
You see, when people don't have anything to debate, they usually call it conspiracy instead of saying, let me go look them up. Now, never dismiss something with something called conspiracy theory, because one thing I also told people, COVID is fake and COVID is killing people. Check how many people have died because of these boosters. But guess what? Do you know COVID is coming? By December, COVID is coming. Why? They don't want Trump to win. Trump is winning. The power at B, akina Klaus Schwabs na akina Soros, they don't want money to come through. Si unajua mtoto wa Biden anaenda jela. I keep telling you this. Biden anafaa toke Kamala Harris aingie, the most stupid black woman ever seen in America.
You know that now this brings again to the conversation of, as in, know what you're getting yourself into. It's not even about reading the fine print anymore. If you accept your fate, whatever, because even you're saying that Mobad was like saying, I held my people down. Mobad
was 100% guy, and when I was seeing him, the first video I saw before I saw anything, I saw him at your hospital, and he was in pain. he wasn't in pain hiyo sumu amepewa. He was in pain kudiscover what wake. That was, I think that was what killed him, because he was like, ukimsikia ako like
what did I do?
Nini wase yani. Na alafu unasikia yeye mwenyewe vile aliingia place, he was the only guy who was given a drink.
Right, to the party, yeah.
Yeah, he was the only one. Now what alafu hapa ndio mpaka swali liko like, Jimmy, tuendaje place tukua lao wewe tu ndio usip something na sisi tunakuangalia tu. Alafu mpaka ukiuliza yeye, mbona Myra, mbona GM kunywa kitu, na sisi tunakwambia no sisi mpaka tuna insist like, bro wewe cheza yenu. Unaona, he was like alipeanwa. Alafu mpaka ukikuja kuangalia after the story ya Mobad, the more unaanza kuangalia story what things happening, unaanza kunotice nini ukweli. Mpaka watu wameanza kuuliza kusema yenyewe justice for his story, kwa sababu I make sense. People will give you up. Me, I know. I will tell you, mimi nimepeano. The only thing ni me resilience yangu.
The devil so refused big. You.
Yeah. I'm so me shida ni me, I have no beef with music industry. Beef yangu totally different. So I have to stay alive to revenge. So hizi za music industry muziangalia naziona nyinyi hata kuna. You ain't doing anything, because my battle is much bigger than me. I don't want ati nikuwe below. No, me niko na something personal need ku deny ambayo I need, na niliambianga God don't take me now. Make sure when I look that guy in the face, mwambie ni aje. Look at me now.
But there's a record
music industry, that's nothing. No, that for me it's nothing. It's got nothing to do.
But there's a record label there called Mali Music, right?
Yeah, now that's the
that's the one he's part of.
Yeah,
because
for
a few years ago, I think 2017.
But sorry, Mobad
Malian
music. Sorry. Mobad was work. Sorry.
Let me listen to his music all day.
No, because he auto tunes na vitu kama hizo. But if kumsikiza live niko na guy.
The beats are dope and everything.
No, ukimsikiza live, if you okay, no, umsikize live. Kwanza alikuwa na dunini, alikuwa anacheza na band mpaka ndio unajua ukicheza na band you get exposed. But ukicheza na CD at least unaweza fake it around. Hey, where
bring it till you make it.
Okay, he had his own thing. Unajua a lot of Kenyan artists unajua go off all the time, but it's all.
I didn't even know him until this thing.
Me too, this scandal happened. Mobad, I'm like, okay, nikaona, hey, look interesting. Nigerian artists, okay. Me, first of all, I thought it was politics, because I saw some Nigerian cops killing some artists in Nigeria. Artists wamekuwa wagondi. So me actually I was following that.
Oh my gosh.
So ndo nikaona Mobad. Unajua Nigeria wameanza go serious ki American style, They want to be famous. Wameanza ma body count. That's killing their ops. Go watch that thing. Nigeria is becoming crazy. Because they can't reach standards like in Davido. Unajua kina Davido hawa watu wote, all these people, the big a lot, let's say 60% of Nigerian artists, they come from first class. Akina Mobad down watu wamechezea.
Davido ni mtu ame grow up Atlanta.
But even for Davido, there was even for Davido those claims about the child and sacrifices and stuff like that. Like it's Nigeria is shrouded in a lot of just that conversation in regards to the music industry.
So one thing I know, Ghana, Nigeria, Tanzania, it come the election, a lot of people die in sacrificial stuff. So even in
so what will you say about here?
In Tanzania, I know a lot of artists go to do those stuff. In Nigeria, I know a lot of artists deal with that juju.
They talk about it openly.
I know a lot of artists in uko fulani maumau, they deal with juju them there. Na watapata kwambia, nimetoka kwa babu, like, nigga, what the F are you telling me nimetoka kwa babu? What the hell are you? So what are we preaching to people?
Oh, wow.
We can't mention names, but they know themselves and they get the message. And not even, hiyo nimekutajia, because I don't want, let me start with my compound, sindio? Kabla sasa tuende nje. So tukienda nje sasa hapo ndo tutaanza kushangaa, why? Watu wanapeana huku nje. 2 people died in the name of one. I won't mention name. Alikuwa anaitwa nani ule jamaa alifanya wimbo na kina Gidigidi Majimaji, Wikimosh. Alafu King Kong. If you go to their stories, you'll find one name that alikuwa now the last minute. But that's for people to Google.
Me, another guy was behind.
Yeah, so
King Kong, He was from, what was it, Cameroon, he was Cameroon or whatever.
Yeah. No, his manager was Cameroonian and he was dope. His manager was...
See, I worked in that studio.
Yeah, that nigga alikuwa anataka nani akuwe top at the top. Actually alikuwa anataka kupeleka King Kong akuwe Africa. Lakini sasa Wikimosh, why Wikimosh? He was just a nigga from Madara.
He hadn't even released his track before even, like, he became famous after.
Actually, the track he released ni kama ile aitangoje ile alifanya ya church
Oh, ile nini
bamzigi ama
bazukizo.
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa hiyo ndio alidu na ule boys alikuwa naimba, si ndio? So usually the story behind it, do you know the story behind it? Your songs ya kolo that G he just come vile naweza come studio uniambia Jimmy huyu jamaa ameshindwa kumalizia hii kitu, hebu wekelea verse. Niwekelea verse ya kwanza, niambia okay G I think can you put the second verse, nikiwekelea so nani anabaki na kitu hata kama ni huyu mwingine.
But apparently Atoti I was told by now Macadam Atoti was Wikimosha's tune.
Atoti sasa
they say remix Atoti but Atoti itself.
Sasa ndio nakwambia hata hii bamskizo the original hii tunasikizanga na mzee mzima ni remix. The same case na Atoti. The Atoti we listen is the remix. The original one.
Yeah.
The one that's giddy maji.
Mzee mzima Big Ted alisemaje wewe? Guys come listen to this. Yeah. Can we do something? Yeah, okay. Two ninjas. Okay, wewe kelea kwanza okay happy. But already Jimmy, you know that unaweza kuja studio usikize wimbo anybody akohoya hapo amehit. It doesn't matter.
That's how I found a bass on my track. Randomly.
So because when people hear it like in hit, no matter what you do, I don't think say ha it hit. Any as in there is some people who come in the studio and analyze something unajua hey this already.
Watch it to record na Jirongi and then Jirongi puts his verse, then I take his verse and I call it the Jirongi. Lakini mimi usikiza sauti ya Jirongi yuko kwa hiyo ngoma.
So
when you know because people are agreeing to even work with guys of wash, that's another sellout. Guys are agreeing to do sexual favors. When you're doing that, just know what it will lead to, what the repercussions may be, and that you may end up again just selling your soul to the devil. Accept the consequences.
And Myra, why do you think I live for long? Because I'm usually there to say kwanza nitoka kama ile ajala kisile kichoko. I told you. Why
you live for long?
These people come and tell me umetupa mpao, niko like unacheza poa. Ndamuona ameenda amekuwa na million, kesho tuko naye kwa tuliendaje? Unajua Jirongi nani alinitupisha? Si jana ulikuwa unanichekelea, ulikuwa unaniambia mimi ndio natupa mbao. What's up? What happened? Ulijiona ni mjaja kunili? But actually me one thing I know, life inagonganga watu differently every time.
Yeah.
Everybody, so you need to be patient, you need to take time, you need to start the game na ujue alafu then ujikubali. Some people naturally jumina za kanishi ndio Triomio amehitaji na mimi nimekuwa 20 years in Kenya. No, it was time yake.
Yeah.
Unajua, so the only thing we need to do need to focus on what next will happen. Unajua na trend inaendelea, because even for me also si kila kitu itakuwa ya kila mtu. Hiyo ndio acceptance nimekamkuu.
Me I'm a scared person. Me I like my life. Achana na mimi I don't want any of these things.
And that's beautiful. And guess what? You are at peace.
Yes.
Hauna hata
whether poor or rich, me I'm okay.
Mimi naweza tembea hata sinisikiwe na masa niko mimi nimebambika, I'm still me old school. Hata mtu Jirongi niko like uko poa na nimezidi. I don't care. Some people cannot do that. They can't. Hata mwezi piga nayo around town. Atakwambia do you know some people they have slaved themselves. For example, I can give you any artist sai Kenya. Any artist sai any ule anajulikana sai haizi tembea tao. Okay, watu wale najua ni wachache sana, atakwambia mimi sitambui kitu yote, mimi don't care about anything, unajua. But watashauza souls zao, watashauza kila kitu, alafu wako kwa prison. They only ilitango prism na mimi nitango nini?
Prism.
They are in their own prism. They are in their own prism, locked in their own self. Kwa sababu akonga kuhusu Kenya TZ.
Okay, before we get into that, to finish off with that, of course, we need to, in memory of two prolific producers who lost their lives in the past week. So we have Just Imagine Africa, popularly known for his song Bangi, who passed away.
Who's that? I don't know, sorry.
There's a song called Bangi. He was a producer. But Just Imagine Africa did a lot of hits. At the time, I think around 2022, 2021, he came out really big. And also popular Gengetone producer Byron also passed away. He's known for producing a lot of X-Ray and Major's hit songs.
Byron is dead.
Yeah.
Byron. When?
It was announced this week. Now, what happened is not known, even for Just Imagine Africa.
So his
also
family,
is not known.
family put out the statement.
His label mates, his friends are the ones who put out the statement onto Nairobi Gossip Club, and they were like, yeah, as much as you're talking about Just Imagine Africa, also Byron passed away. I remember he did the hit song Sipangwingwi, Pesandogo, Usherati. He was prolific for a lot of hit songs in Gegeton. Yeah.
That's why it's just Kiza except for some minutes. Because walikuwa somehow wako.
And it seems a lot of people, even Major found out from reading this online. A lot of people didn't know.
I'm finding it right now. That's why I'm like.
It has shocked a lot of people. Reasons behind this is not known.
But we to engage kwa my platform the same. We used to. That's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad. A lot of people are dying right now.
It is.
You know.
And then 2 producers in 1 week.
Especially a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
Dying. A lot of young guys are dying right now.
Right.
You know.
So again, it always brings to the question of us being whether you like somebody or not. Be your brother's keeper. Just check on them. Find out if they're okay.
See, Jerome, how many times do I check on you? You see, you know the truth. Miss call, iko kwa simu yako.
No, it's a good thing that you're doing. You know,
other guy you don't answer.
Jimmy, one thing you forget about me. I come from the ghetto. You're not supposed to check on me.
You know, it's good. It's good to always check on somebody and make sure they're okay. Yeah.
For me,
feelings is a dentist. You move on from whatever.
Feeling is a
dentist.
Now you're flossing.
You're flossing the dentist. My feelings is a dentist. I try to have my feelings. If you've known somebody for a very long time, just check up on them.
You know, feeling the dentist, that's why we go for cleaning. We're cleaning stuff on Icon.
So just always check on your person. Check on your person. Check on your people.
What I usually say, wakudedi wa dedi, wakuishi waishi, you know. Let the living bury the dead. Because at the end of the day, at least for Byron, now for the other guy, forever wataskizwa. No matter what people say. Hata kama ya kuunda plot ya kuacha nini, at least he left sound ambayo itakuwa forever and forever, you know. For me hapo naweza sema he is a creator, he's a god, and I hope amechill na ma gods huko na ma deities huko wherever he is, you know, and peace upon him and his family
and his family.
But for me, the more I hear kitu kama hizo is more scary.
It is. It's actually Boondocks Gang who announced, or rather revealed, that he passed away. Yeah. So
I saw the other guy. Ni ulikuwa umetumia kitu kwa the vault. The other guy ule hiyo crew ya Boondocks ule pia kidogo zimemlipukia pia yeye. Yeah. And Myra, I think sometimes we need to recap what we used to talk in the beginning, and I used to tell people are telling me on the church and I'm like, hey, no, I'm like, okay, no problem, you have no problem, let's give it time. What's up? No, I ain't hating. I'm telling you business life and out of experience. These people are wanaenda wakiisha, wanaenda wakidai, wanaenda waki, I think they are going. Do you remember I used to talk about Naiboy? Naiboy will never come back as much as you talk. You remember I told you about Sauti Sol?
Nasikia squeeze Naiboy anauza tu vitu.
That's what he has to do. He sold his name in a record company, so he can't do anything.
Universal,
So kama ukitaka hiyo contract kusema utaki, what will you do? You leave everything.
A lot of lessons, man.
So either rudie jina rap damu ama rudie. The worst part I will tell you, Myra, and I'll be very happy nikiwa nao, nikiwaambia nyewe, because every time nilikuwa nao they were like, we Jirongo ndo litupambao. Me, I'm like, bro, you know, all my life I've been struggling for this industry. I refuse some deals because najua si poa ama hivi na hivi, but nyinyi mnaona mimi ni fala. So unajiona ume position fulani, unajiona ni mjanja. It's okay. God bless. You go do your deal. Let's see what's up. Na everything nimesema kuhusu wao wasanii wamekaa for real. Go through all of them. Kuanzia kina wetangona ni hao wenzetu hao Sailors, Naiboy, Sauti Sol pia is, you know, hit the same way. Sauti Sol wanaiuza the last gig, no. Hao wako already contract kulipeana. They can't pay for what they did. They can't pay for infringement, for stealing songs, for doing that. They can't pay. Hiyo pesa ni mingi sana. akina
was that the case?
Ni village same huku nje.
Wow.
They have no reason to break. They have every reason to make money like South Soul, sindio? Like the more they do albums, the more they make money.
Jerome, you have to agree with one thing. Jerome made a statement, and I came to see it was true. He said, okay, at the Hip Hop 50, K-Shaka performed, right? All three of them this time. And he made a statement. He said that K-Shaka will never be what they used to be. And I see that is true.
Our Hip Hop at 50 was bigger than show K-Shaka. K-Shaka only as kissers and old lovers wa K-Shaka ndo walikuwa kwa yard. Sisi, we had every generation. Jimmy, you were there. We had every generation, every kind of people. And ilikuwa packed. Na ilikuwa bure. But ours was bigger than K-Shaka. So mpaka nikajiuliza swali moja.
Dona Dandora.
No, yetu ilikuwa Alliance, yao ilikuwa The Mist.
Oh yeah, Alliance, yes.
Ilikuwa bombo club show.
Alliance was mad.
Alliance was flooded with people. Till the time we were going, people were still coming.
There was a lot of people. Alliance ilikuwa watu wengi guy. Mpaka we never even managed to perform. First of all, we gave space to new artists to perform. That's why we missed time. K-Shaka yao ilikuwa they are still wako na maringo bado. I won't lie to you. Wako na maringo. Na one thing actually hata naweza penda ku give Jimmy thanks ni aliambia niachane na hiyo kesi ni concentrate na life yangu. To build. So nikaanza kuona sense ya hiyo. So after hiyo show at Hip Hop at 50 was like okay. I was supposed to come there but ningekam na Johnny Woy ingetokea na kungekuwa na show. Yo, we were all supposed to
Yoni facts.
Yeah, we were supposed to be a true beast, unajua? So we were meeting where? Hapo mimi sisi wote. Hapo ndo was the meeting center.
Wow.
Lakini kajiambia acha nisikam. Mpaka
it's good, yes.
Kaniambia G, please.
It's good.
Please don't come. Please. Mtu alinikola ananiambia G, please don't come. Okay, no problem.
It was good. I think it was a good step on your end.
No, not a good step. For me, I don't fight K-Shaka. I fight their only fans. Na siongee kusupport.
Okay, let's get into now what you're talking about Kenya versus TZ as we finish off the show. G, you made a statement during the break.
Yeah.
And you mentioned as to the beef that was brought up by... Although I don't really see it as beef. Because when you promote the song, it was more of, giving ode to these OGs and telling them we need you back. So...
Who promoted the song saying we need this OG back?
See, Calligraph, that's what I interpreted from it. The hands of like...
He released the beef. I've been waiting for it.
Yes, it is called Bado something. Bongo Flavor. Bongo Flavor, that's what it's called.
I have not... it has not registered.
We have it here. We'll play it when the show is done. Sawa. What did you have to say?
It's a non-issue song.
Why is that?
It's a non-issue song called... guy.
Yes.
Guy niko na simu hapa lakini
Shema.
Hiyo ni kusema ya kabete.
So me I love Kali. Kali is a dope artist. Ametoka mbali. Neza agree na vitu zingine na yeye, neza disagree na vitu zingine na yeye. Ikuja pia ni rap neza agree kwa sababu in Kenya, first of all, my fans wako all Kenyan fans. Some of my fans understand music, some fans don't understand music, but a lot of these askisas around here fans, they don't get music. They are like, na dedi na huyu ndio kusema na rap na vitu kama hizo. So juu watu kaanza kusema ati Calligraph ni mnoma kurap juu rap haraka, ndo wakumbusha Musyoka na noma. He was rapping much faster than that guy.
And there was others before Musyoka were rapping fast.
You see?
But Calligraph is here now and he's doing it the thing.
Jimmy akapaka na kama nilikuwa karekodi ya kurap fast already ishachukuliwa iko kwa Guinness Book of World Records. Na me one thing nazambia Kali ni one thing. We remember the name of the song but we don't remember the lines. When I listen to Kitusua, I can't forget the name of the song but I can't remember lines. If I listen to Johnny, naweza kumbuka mistari 2-3 hapa ndo lakini ndakumbuka ma flow
kabisa.
Nishike poa. So for me sometimes ndo mimi ama bava watu ati Kali hiyo ni yako. Kuna ma observer wanakaa wanaangalia wanaona.
Wanasema all the time #respect the OG.
But you know what he did with that.
Anasema respect me.
The original
G. The original Jirongi. No.
But when he came out with that thing, he brought out a lot of guys.
So let me give you a trend. Na hii ufala ndo tupende kubebwa. The last time Calligraph alikuwa anazusha jua nini MCSK, si ndio? A lot of artists in Kenya helped him to make the noise big, si ndio? Why did he keep quiet? He need to tell us alilambishwa ngapi. But he used the power of all the artists in Kenya to make noise. And he was there like, yeah, human rights, yeah, MCSK, yeah, artists need to be paid. What do MCSK usually do? Wanakamingi unakuita kando alafu unafinyiwa. Have you ever heard Kali
through your bone?
Have you ever heard Kali talk about
me if they to give me my money, I take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
That was the idea. I don't know how much alipewa, but my guess working from 4 to 10 somewhere there.
We artists work too hard. If you find a way of getting your money, get your money.
So another one is history of beef TZ. We are not supposed to ask your beef ilitokea wapi first of all.
Ilitokea tu?
Where?
From nowhere.
No, there's nothing comes from nowhere. So
okay, yes, probably yes.
This Jimmy too evil.
That's true.
Na ukiangalia po is a very calculated move. He's not just releasing video TZ of.
It's a great marketing move. It's a really good marketing move.
Umetaja jina marketing.
But
so what's that marketing is trying to do?
Himself. I'll give him that.
So hiyo ndio swali tunafaa kujiuliza, what is he planning to do in Tanzania? Ama he has already done something already.
No,
so anshe beef, but maybe imego vibaya kwa sababu ya nini?
It's a smart move.
Alafu let me say something. Historically speaking, kitu imeni offend zaidi ni I'm seeing a lot of artists jumping on that thing. Now, a lot of them artists wanna jump kwa hiyo TZ Kenyan beef ni maaskisas wakali. Ni artists but ni maaskisas. Nishike poa. So for me I don't consider them artists. Au ni fan wakali.
You've brought one here before who jumped on it.
Yeah, wannabes.
Actually two.
Yeah, in fact, yeah. Quite some people.
Yeah, and it's just because you are there and Jimmy's there, that's why I'm nice sometimes, yeah. But in reality, we'll change, we flip the script.
But I said those artists, and I want to make my statement clean here. I said those artists, those two, I said their joints were whack. Yeah. I didn't feel them at all. And I felt, even when they came on radio here, I told one of them, you're not good enough. You need to improve. I told them. Even when Kunda was here, he can quote me on that. You know, I agree with Jirongi. They are ass kissing. I do agree with that.
You can be you can sound nice. You can sound nice rapper, but doesn't mean you're good rapper.
But there's a second part of that coin. Let me ask Jirongi. Who do you feel more, Kali or Nyash?
Nyash ako poa.
Do you know Nyash is rated in Tanzania?
Yeah, hata beef zote zikitokelezea walikuwa wanasema Nyash achana na Nyash.
Well, Kali is not rated at all. So I feel that he did this beef to get known in Tanzania.
It's a great marketing strategy. Yeah. Amazing marketing strategy.
Yeah, but one thing that Myra is the most workest. Tell you why. Kali is not ranked in Tanzania. When the beef was starting Ngeskia, Kali was not even getting mentioned. They were mentioning akina Johnny, Kalamashaka, Kurombo mpaka zinasema uko fulani Maumau. Mimi mpaka nikajiambiaje, this is a very good. Kata amedupoa, why? Atatufanya sisi tuanze kujulikana. Atatufanya watu Kenya wakuwe like, kumbe uko fulani wanatambulika TZ. Alafu mimi the worst part ni I don't know strategy ya Kali, I don't know. I don't care about it, but for me I have an opinion. Ndio for me ni work. Why? Cause kwenda kwa history. Angetaka kwa mjanja, angeita Johnny Vigeti, wengine kwa track alafu ndio at this TZ. But one thing wanna forget, the first collaboration ya Kenya na Tanzania ilikuwa nini? Munyiri The best hip hop album ya Kenya, the first hip hop album ya Kenya ilikuwa ni Wakati. Ili rekodiwa wapi? TZ na nani P-Funk.
Yeah.
The first tusikize artist wako kwa album ya Kenya walikuwa nani? Wa TZ, akina Jemo, akina Jafarai, all the best of the best.
Punchline kibao hada akina Ibra.
Yeah. Alafu unakumbuka mpaka kuna wa TZ wengine walikuwa wamejisahau, wanaanza kusema why I came to Kenya help. No. One thing we need to return even them Tanzanian people behind. Akina Kama walikuta akina why nao majinga wote na akina Juma Nature wote. When they were recording Wakati, all them wale wako kwa studio pale
hapo nyuma
kwa bench huko wanamwagilia shamba maji wamecouch lakini sasa juu sisi unajua kina kama walikuwa poa. I give I might not like Kalamashaka but there I will say walicheza poa juu kozo no ikam walipatana na kina AY akina nani kina so wako hapo tu wamekaa sio ile tu mna ni aje mandomni whatever mnapiga story alafu wewe mafreestyle wanaanza kusikia wewe Pifang mbona record jamaa unamsikia kweli jamani mno hapo ndio ngoma ya kwanza AY ilianza. Why akina Kalamashaka walinitiate hiyo story and that's where people are forgetting. P-Funk, you know P-Funk doesn't care. P-Funk alikuwa mdosi yani mtoto kutoka Sweden 9.5 yeah jali anaishi life ya producer yetu ana sample na make beats kali. He doesn't have to record you ako poa au ni wadosi
anaisha kama Kendrick
you see sasa he doesn't care about you unaona lakini sasa juu link up ya akina Kalamashaka na P-Funk juu that your time ndio Kalamashaka wametoka kufanya ile show ya Nation Center ile ilikwenda ngoni ni wakati ama whatever hiyo show ilikuwa Nation Center si ndio so they collected their money so wako poa they wamekula hookups nini that's where Mose DJ Mose you remember DJ Mose
yeah
he used to be the DJ of Kalamashaka so Mose never came back from Tanzania even right now he has never come back ilienda akakuwa mdosi si jokes alienda akakuwa mdosi akaanza kurun mpaka East African Radio East African Radio he started working he started akarun Club Maisha he started doing a lot of Moses
Club Maisha was him
he was the one who made Club Maisha become big
oh wow
kwa sababu time wakiland sasa ndio ziko wanaitwa mashu wanafanya vitu mashughuli huko
wow
so he be for me nikianza kuulizwa ni kama naambiwa tukana kazini yako ama tukana bro I'm like
but it has brought you guys back together again. You're telling me that
there's
tracks that are coming out where guys are collaborating.
There's one point Jirongi made when we caught up at the last event, the one for Icon with Smirnoff for Strictly Kenyan, and he made a point, and he said that have you realized that a lot of the guys who are in hip hop in Kenya and Tanzania have not commented, and Nafsi was also around, and he made the same comment. He asked him, so why aren't you guys talking? He's like, how can we diss our own?
Yeah, that's what he said. Those are your brothers.
Sasa ndatuko na JMO.
Hawezi.
Ndatuko na Lodice. Okay, ndatuko na Ibra.
Hawezi.
So what will I tell Raisi? For example, Mangwea amke say what will I tell him?
Yeah.
As in ama nitangoja UMP. Nitangoja UMP, the MP. Ama Mr. Sugu.
Professor J.
What will I tell Professor J? Ati for example ni call say mbona mnatutuka ndamwambia I can't say anything. Na ukinotice poa mpaka kinanunua jongea. There's some people in Kenya ambao wamecheza TZ they are not talking because a lot of people angalia who's talking. Upcoming Yankees wale my favorite our inspiration zao ni kali. And one thing they don't know, don't fuck around TZ ni wajinga ni marapa wa noma. Wewe TZ wewe. The only alafu kisikia TZ wakwambia wanatambuka fulani mmoja ndio anajuanga. Kenya kuna wasanii wa hip hop. They know that.
Well,
ndugu yetu anaitangwa nani DNA ama DNG, anaitangwa DNA ama DNG.
DNA.
Well, he tingy too much.
I was getting confused with those two guys.
Yeah. There's DNA and there's DNG. They all hit at the
not the brown times. Guy, but the refu tall guy.
DNA, the one with the deep voice.
Yeah, ule wangong. Have you ever heard wimbo yake na Professor J?
Ndio Banjuka.
DNA things sasa that ninja. So unajua ali hit TZ. He hit so big in Tanzania. He was so big. Professor J used to come to Kenya. Tulikuwa akikam Kenya, ni aje wazito mko wapi? Tunaenda dando tunachani unajua pia mimi nikienda design ndapiga kina jamaa, ni aje mko wapi? As in movie ina change, as in you tuko normal. Ndio so Professor come the same thing. Nakolekea je tuko na show huko ndio kama na mwanangu anakaa tunakaa tunavuta tunakula tunafanya. So mzee mzima alikuwa anajua who is who. You know unajua ukiwa msanii hata ukienda TZ you will sit na watu kadhaa utajua okay utajua nani ni noma. Either amerekodi hajarekodi you will know nani ni noma. So Professor he knows like uko fulani muumoni wa noma ni vile tu hajapigwa chance. DNA aliendanga huko. Ndio amefika. Akaambiwa let's do a song. Ushisikia ile mtu anapandiliwa. You know ile mtu anapandiliwa as in anakanyagwa. Alafu yeye anadu hivyo kwa nini? He's the number 1 artist in Kenya. Let me show him. Guy, hiyo wimbo I've never had it here. DNA hakuna kitu anasema kwa hiyo song. Professor, yeye ni rapper. Album yake ya kwanza ilitoa 1990s. Unamwambia nini alimpandilia. So in short actually what TZ wanajonga hao ni wanoma kurap kutuliko. The only difference ni we have sheng ile wanapenda. They call it Swahili English. They don't call it sheng, they call it Swahili. Another thing, yeye ana this bongo flavor. Amesahau home of hip hop ni Arusha. Arusha huko ndio kila mtu anatoka. Hata hii ngoma tumetoa hii actually hata sikujua kuna kila mtu. Kai hadi akina Fido Vato. Fido ametoka kutoa ngoma na Revani actually.
But a lot of guys don't talk. And then the funny thing we should ask ourselves, the one guy who never said anything who's been on both sides, Ambrose.
Right.
Ambrose Ataja, bro.
Ambrose has not said one single thing.
But what can he say? That's the truth. What can he say?
That's what I'm saying.
He can't say anything.
That's what I'm saying. He could have even said, or said,
he can't say
anything. Or even just say, but he didn't say anything.
So if Ambrose come to say, he'll be like, yo guys, do you mind keeping it quiet?
Yeah, too much noise. It's too much
Why?
noise.
Because ataka kuchoma huko. But originally tunajua Kenya we don't have enough rappers like Tanzania.
That's true.
So hata toshi mboga. Already hawa wasanii wote pali wako hawadu rap, wanadu drill na trap na gengeton. But wana beef na nani? Wasi wa hip hop. One thing never do, usibattle na watu wa hip hop. Hao ni mapoet. Hata kuangalia tu watajua okay. I wish usikize we will organize that song nimerusha hapo hivi the vault
Please exclusive hapa.
Wameiweka mpaka wasi wa gengeton yao huko. He has put everybody. But huyu jamaa ameniambiaje? G, hii wimbo ni ya kushow love Kenya na TZ. That's why we did this song. After we did it like 1 year and a half ago.
But to be honest,
that's what I'm happy about. I'm happy about the fact that it's giving rise, because East African music was even acclaimed across Africa, across the world. Yeah. We need to get back there. That's what I liked about Calligraph's move. It now brought us to a point where we need to go back to the music, where we are uplifting each other as East Africans, yeah, and putting it out as ones of like we're a force to be reckoned with. To stop playing Akina.
Have you ever had you're talking the truth but saying it in a bad way, projecting in a bad way?
In what way?
Yeah, yes. So calligraph, that's what I can say. So if you want to challenge people, challenge individual. Don't challenge a whole country.
Okay.
Why?
Because
I've been seeing Kali's move, how he has been doing. And now ukiangalia Kali, everything he does is very calculated. He doesn't do things
do it for nothing.
Hata the last thing he ndio aweza kuifika ile level ya kuchallenge watu wa hip hop. Why alienda kaita kina Agano, akaita kina Zaka, wakadu song. Why he never called Kitusu or called Johnny Vigeti? Ataoga.
Alitagaza pia.
You see? So you put watu wale unajua, I will just pick hapa kutoka hapa. Alafu he was the boss. Na hiyo chorus mzima ilikuwa naongea kuhusu ndio boss. Mimi ningekuwa hapo ningemtukana kwa hiyo wimbo.
But to be honest, the guys, let me ask you this. The guys even from Tanzania, forget about Kenya. The guys on Tanzania who replied. Did you feel
Rosary alinibamba?
I didn't like her Nini. I didn't like her this. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. I just felt
maybe it was the delivery maybe it was the delivery.
Because she's not a rapper.
Yeah, as in like it just.
And that's the beautiful thing about it. Nitongo matarao.
Ilikuwa madharau 100%.
The same thing, you can be megal na mtu amedisi uko nakwambia hiyo shike hizi lines zirap.
Yeah, and that's how it felt like. It felt like
kwa sababu in rap you need to be madharau.
You talk about
disrespect.
The steroids in his body.
You know, because that's what
true. Yeah, that one is true.
You know, because me when I thought
okay, wacha niwaambie kitu moja. Kwa rap fanyeni hivi. Toa jina Rosary kwa kichwa. Listen to the lines. You will die.
You know, because I listened to the lines.
Amemkula.
I think it was the delivery for me. It was just
she's a woman.
Weak.
She's a woman.
But I remember when Lil Kim,
so
Foxy Brown would come out
like Radio of Range.
I wanted to go, as in like, come, if you're coming.
The only person who will speaks nicely and sound sexy and still sound dope ni Rolling Hill peke yake. Sorry to say.
But to be honest,
Rolling Hill ndo anakudis.
I was ready for beef season too. Like I was excited about this beef season.
Let me tell you something. Wacha nikwambie kitu. Kali yeye, he doesn't care about TZ. He care about these minions around here. What escalate hiyo kitu? Because there's a standard and akwenda.
Which people did? They escalated
no,
it.
TZ bado
the fans and everything.
Can I tell you something? TZ didn't do anything. Because for me, hata wewe mwenyewe unafilaje, there is dust. Sija feel hii beef imeisha, hata do anything. Why? Because he started it in a wrong way.
Actually, you're right. I'm thirsty for actual
yeah. Why?
Beef.
Because for me, kama ni beef to and the beef, let's go all out.
That's what I was
It's
expecting.
like watching an action movie and there's no action.
Yeah, there's no.
It's only about the actor. It's so history, calligraphy. It's all about Kali.
It
It's
was
got
a
nothing
complete.
to do with anything.
Forgive my French. It was a complete anticlimax. Yani, it was just Yani. It's just there. You're just like, eh.
That's because he was doing some he has a plan. Maybe hata kuna watu wamemsponsor TZ.
It was a good marketing plan.
So ameambiwa okay, make noise in Kenya.
It was a good marketing plan. I'll give him that.
Mimi mpaka nilienda kwa Facebook nikasemaje, the only person that rescue Kenyans from this TZ beef ni uko fulani Mau. Nobody else. Because nobody akona mistari. I started listening to some few songs and I'm like, mpaka unajua mpaka hao wenzetu hao wanakujanga mpaka huku hivyo wametoa TZ mpaka nikolekea you guys.
But let me ask
alafu
you,
when these people you're not even mentioning names.
But the way
there was one guy who was dissing Calligraph but giving him his flowers at the same time. So I was confused. I was like, do you not like him? Do you like him?
Then he was praising Kenyan women.
It was so I was so confused. I was like, what is this?
What I'm trying to say is Kenyans, they have not comprehended what's hip hop. Difference here, break dance. They don't know. They only say, what's hip hop? Wanaenda on Google ati hip hop ni graffiti, rhymes.
So is it time for that education now? Is it time from what has happened? Is it time for that education from the project you're doing? Is it time for that education?
If people want to know, if you want to know the classic of hip hop, let me talk about classic of hip hop now around the world. One of the tracks that came out that was a diss track that was classified as one of the classic of all diss tracks was the one for the one where Shantae was in.
Shantae.
You see, Roxanne, you hear about that? Where KRS came at her. It's one of the classics. That's what you classify. He came at her and said she's only good for a steady. Yeah, you can't say it on radio. Jeez. But then she came back with a reply and said KRS's name sounds like a whack radio station. Like they came at each other. So but
that's what we were waiting for.
That's a diss now.
That's what we were waiting for.
I saw the live session, and the whole crowd when said whack radio, the whole crowd went, whoa!
Yeah, that's a dope line.
That's a diss now.
That's what we were waiting for.
I love one thing people don't understand about beef. For me, it's like you're watching a game and you're supposed to be neutral. And you're supposed to say, hey, ula jamaa ko poa, ula yuko poa, without bias, without anything. But problem ya Kenya ni people be like, because I like Jimmy, forever Jimmy. No, Jimmy anaweza do kitu niwaambie, Jimmy hapo licheza chini. Ula yako poa. We need your reality. In Kenya, we don't give each other your reality. When you say reality, tunaambiwa ni hater.
Like, you see that comment they always make when Kali writes something, and then everyone writes hashtag respect the OG. My question is, why am I respecting him?
But
what is he
that's the brilliance of what he did. The brilliance of what he did.
What was
that hashtag? It was a good marketing campaign.
Myra, no problem. Yeah, na do marketing, so he's a marketer. He's not an artist.
Now in this instance, he was a good marketer.
Okay,
he's a
beefing with artists in Tanzania. Anatuchora. Now, out of your beef, maybe I make 1 million. Let's not talk too much.
Bongo flavor, I wished more out of it. I really wished more out of it.
Do Kenyans know what bongo flavor is?
I don't think
so. This bongo flavor. Only this bongo flavor, you're dissing Diamond.
You're
dissing Akina Revani. Bongo flavor ni ya Dar es Salaam.
I feel bongo flavor is dead, by the way. Yeah?
It died long time ago.
Yeah. What they're doing right now is pop music.
They're doing a lot of pop.
They're doing Afro.
They're doing Amapiano. They're doing... They're not even doing anything bongo. They're doing Amapiano. They're doing Afrobeats.
Yeah. So TZ kuna hip hop na kuna rap TZ, which is for example, when I hear, do you know what Kali was trying to do? So in TZ vile sisi Kenya nati hapa tunasema gengeton ama kapuka. Sasa sisi marapa wa hip hop, si ndio? So in TZ they don't say gengeton, they say bongo flavor is bongo flavor. So if you want to go commercial, you go bongo flavor.
But I feel
get. But when you want to be akina Lodais, you want to be akina wale marapa, so you sectioned wewe ni rapper. Unaona? So when Kali is talking about bongo flavor died a long time ago. Mpaka siku hizo ukisikiza wa rappers that they don't talk about bongo flavor no more.
But I feel people don't understand the music scene. For example, I heard KRS talk about this, about hip hop and rap. He's saying what hip hop is the culture, which we know.
Yeah.
He says the rap is actually the last of the last in the culture. Because you got to remember, the DJ came first. Breakdancing came
second.
So
graffiti then came.
Graffiti rap was the last. It's an art form that's used to talk about the culture.
You know, the thing is,
You know?
we can never really, like, we've gone over time. We can never really finish this conversation.
It's too much to talk about.
It's too much to talk about.
But between Bifia Kenya and TZ, there's no winner, there's no losers. It's only stupid people hanging around. That's what I can say.
There's monkeys on the trees.
A lot of them.
Lucky guys.
And si tunasemanga ukitaka kujua siku ya monkey kukufa ipige Aremis, miti zianza kuteleza.
Aremis, hey.
Sasa siku ya monkey kukufa miti.
Anaipaka hiyo Aremis ama
No, Waswahili wanasema siku ya nyani kufa miti utele. Siku kipiga Aremis.
Okay.
But then
G's back, don't worry.
Someone made a comment the other day at Aremis is the only company that never markets itself.
Guys, we're literally digressing.
I just
They
caught
make
up,
money.
I just caught up on the Aremis thing. I can't leave that alone.
Okay. Well, there's a lot again. A lot has been there to be learned. There's been a lot to learn from this conversation. Where if you want to watch it, be sure to check it out on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I think we'll just cut up some sections of what has been said today so that we just put emphasis on it. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you again next week. This has been The Vault. Until then, remember, and even if Jirongi disputes this, hip hop ni culture loves.
No, yo, pause. Hip hop is a genocidal music. Since hip hop started, a lot of people have died in the name of hip hop. So we need to start changing that. So we need to start
returning it back to the culture.
Yeah. First of all, hip hop kile do is disrespected our women.
True.
Politically speaking, imetupisha mbao. It has brought tribalism, and a lot of people, especially in America, people used to respect. I don't respect them no more because all they are bringing is culture wars and everything. And one thing those people will tell you in America, white people are bad. And after that guy jumps in Europe and I show as in
again another session.
I don't support. Do you know who? I was thinking. Let me tell you who our enemies are. There are three. The first one, ni activists. Sawa. The second one, ni politicians. Sawa. The third one, ni wanabiashara. Those are our three enemies right now. Those are our terrorists. For me, activists right now all over the world, for me they are terrorists. Politicians, they are terrorists. Oh, sorry. And religious people, they are terrorists. They need to be reined in.
Now we will do part 2 of that next week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning. We'll see you again.
Yeah. So my last comment here is: this was a Vault this week. You know, if you don't know, you better ask your mama.
Ask her.
Yeah. Na dawa ya moto ni moto.
Dawa ya moto ni kukula moto.
See you guys.